And today I'm going to walk you through hooking up a standard Jandy variable speed pump. This is the FloPro series, but any kind of Jandy standard pump will work. I'm going to hook this up to a clear controller today, so let's get started. All right, here's what we're going to need to hook up some pool equipment to our clear controller. I've got a larger flathead screwdriver. Normally flatheads will work for most pool equipment. I've got a smaller flathead screwdriver here. That's for mainly the screw terminal blocks on the equipment and the clear controller. And we can use a 4-wire cable that Clear ships here. Or you can also use just standard Ethernet cable. Outdoor Ethernet cable is preferred since it can withstand the sun and the rain. But let's go ahead and get started. And safety first. First thing we'll do is shut off the breaker to the pump since we're going to be working with the cabling, so should be easy to find. This one's labeled, so I'll go ahead and do that. First step we're going to do is, this one actually comes with a screen. Not all the FloPros come with screens, and there's some other series that are just meant for automation. You can leave the screen on today. I'm going to remove this back screw back here in order to get access to the RS-45 wiring ports. Alright, so because this one has a screen, you'll likely already have had this connected to the 4-port terminal here for RS-45, so I've gone and disconnected that. And standard on the Jandy equipment, they label their RS-45 wiring COM, B, A, and 12 volts. So this video for wiring Jandy pumps can be done for clear control mode or monitoring mode. And in this video, we are going to show you how to use the voltage from the pump to power the clear controller. So I'll show you how to do that now. And before we get too much further, you're going to want to mount the clear controller on a wall near the pool pad. Better to keep it closer, within around 6 feet of the pump itself, like I've got here, although the cable goes longer. So first, nice thing about these is that you can remove them for easy wiring. So I'm going to remove that, and then I'm going to also put the cable through the back of the pump so it's nice and waterproof. And if you've seen our other videos, you know that the particular color really isn't that important. What is important is that whatever colors you choose match on the pump and the clear controller. So in this case, I'm going to use the solid green for ground. I will use the white and green for my 12 volt, and I'm going to use solid orange for B and the white orange for A. So let me get that wired up now. And after I've wired everything up, you can see on the terminal block, I've pushed it back in. We're all set here. So let's head over to the clear controller and make sure that the wiring's the same on that side. Alright, and on the clear controller side, I've got my green to ground, my white green to the 12 volt. Again, the clear controller will accept 9 to 28 volts, so that's great for the Jandy pump. And we've got solid orange into our B1 and the white orange into A1, and we'll make sure we configure network 1 in the app. Because we have nothing else hooked up yet, doesn't necessarily matter, so choosing network 1 is a good way to go. So let's go ahead and fire things up. And I'm going to go back to the breaker here and go ahead and flip it on. And back at our clear controller, we can see that we have power. We've got a pulsing yellow LED, and we'll go through the app setup now. So if you've gotten this far, we successfully have power, and we'll go through the app setup steps. All right, and don't forget this step, that in order to make the Clear controller findable by the app, you'll need to go to this middle button here and hold that in until the LED turns blue. That enables Bluetooth for 60 seconds. So let's jump to the app. All right, so with the Bluetooth button pushed, we'll go into the app. See no controller on our location. Can hit add. This is also settings devices. We'll add a controller. And now hit start device setup. It will actually walk you through the steps we just showed you, so can always hit that Bluetooth button. And now it will look for our controller. There it is. So we'll select that and hit next. And then it will search for available Wi-Fi networks. If it doesn't find anything after about 10 to 15 seconds, you can pull down on the middle of the screen, or we will go ahead and just hit skip and enter in our Wi-Fi information and password. And once that's done, we'll go ahead and we'll hit continue, and we should see that it's successful, and you'll do complete registration. So it's going to take a little moment to think. And once that's done, it should return you to your screen. Now I have several locations, so I will go back to the Clear demo drop down, and now we can see that we have a 3D pool pad. And if I go to settings and hit devices, I will now see that I have a Clear controller added. And once you've gone through that setup, we should have a solid turquoise light. That means we have connected to Wi-Fi and our controller is connected to the cloud. So we can configure and control our equipment from the Clear controller now that that's done. And in our app, I'm going to hit settings, hit devices, hit add at the top. I'm going to add pool equipment. I'm going to select pump, scroll down, hit next. I'll scroll up. I can change the default name if I'd like. I'll leave it as pump. For the type, I can just select Jandy FloPro. Again, that will work with all the main Jandy variable speed pumps. I will select main as the main filter pump. I don't need energy saver mode, and I'm not going to do monitoring mode only. Again, monitoring mode allows you just to monitor the communications in between, let's say, Jandy's iAqualink and an existing pump. And then remember, the network should be 1. We hooked up to A1 and B1, so the network is 1. The only other option for network is 2, which we will not use. So I'll go ahead and hit next. And then it's going to walk me through the steps that we've previously done in case I forget. So I'll go ahead and just skip through these. All right. And at this point, it should be adding this to my location. I can either wait for the Clear controller to check the connection, or I can skip and continue. So I'll skip and continue. And that's it. That's all we need to do in order to add the Jandy pump.